Hi, welcome to Hope for Two. We wanted to make a video about our January book haul and what books we've been reading. So we have some really cool books to share with you guys. I'll go first. We are reading The Magnolia Story by Chip and Joanna Gaines. If you guys watched the Fixer Upper show, that's the couple that is on there, and they remodel homes, and they're actually a Christian couple. And this is kind of a story about how they came to be and how they came to be on Fixer Upper. And we actually, when we read this book, we read it together, and Andre reads it out loud to me because he has the better voice, of course. And I think we really like reading this book because it's a real couple, and they have real issues, they have arguments, and they just are very real in this book. So it's kind of cool to read it and see how they came through all their issues and got to where they are today. They have a few kids and just a lovely family to look up to. So I think we really look up to them, especially because Andre's a contractor now, so he loves remodeling and flipping houses. So this is like, we love this book. All right.
I start a lot of books and then don't finish all of them, but a couple of them, the one that I started, I've been reading a lot lately is the How to Win Friends and Influence People. I know a lot of people talk about this book, and it sounds funny because, you know, how you say, oh, this is how you win a friend. But it's really good information of just, you know, how people's brains and minds work and how you talk to them, how you make true friends, and then how do you make friends in the workplace, in the business place. So I'd really recommend this book. So it looks like I'm halfway through it right now, but great book so far.
I read that book too before. It was a while ago, but it's definitely really, really good. Like some of the chapters are like 6 ways to make people like you, how to handle different people. Right now we're on the chapter An Appeal That Everybody Likes. So it just has a lot of good things on how to like work on your character and how to make friends, whether it's in the workplace, anywhere you go, and even how to like, you can apply all of these things to your marriage and dealing with your spouse and making each other kind of, you know, encouraging each other in life. So It's a great book. Definitely recommend this one for everybody. So we both got copies of this book. 31 Creative Ways to Love and Encourage Him, and he got the Her. This is a really good book by Alyssa Bethke and Jefferson Bethke. So we got this when they first came out, and it's great because it tells you kind of like day 7, enter his world, so enjoy things that he enjoys. And I feel like especially for newer couples or couples that might be struggling with finding a connection, this book is really good about that because it gives you just very simple things you could do to connect with your spouse and to love and encourage him. So definitely recommend this book. It's a very quick read too.
Yeah, I think it's great for guys because guys, you know, just tell us what to do and we'll do it.
Yeah.
Type of thing. And so a lot is day by day. I mean, some of them are pretty short, and it's like, hey, do this, this, and that because this and that. It's just simple things you can pick out to do for that day or that week. And it's a short book, so and I'm not a big reader. I'm trying to be, but I'm not. And
He's doing great.
Yeah, so it's like a page a day that you pick up and read, and like, okay, now I know to do something that your wife might enjoy or like, and so it's a really, really great book, you know, for any part in marriage. If you just got married, or if you're a couple years in, or
trying to find that connection.
Yeah. Another book. This is a marriage book too that I like too as a guy, because 100 Ways to Love Your Wife. So I like it because super short per day. I mean, you know, this is it right there. It's what to do and then why. Just little things like, you know, kiss your wife on the neck, what I read today. It sounds really silly, but then if you start to just do these things practically, your wife will be like, what the heck? Well, how does this person doing all this stuff? And yeah, it's been really good so far. It's by Matthew L. Jackson. That's what this book is.
And I just wanted to add a side note. I love this book. When Andre is not home, I like go and read a few of these things because they're so short to read, but I totally agree with like all of the tips I've read so far because as a woman, it's definitely something that makes me feel special. The random stuff that's in here. So I love this book. I actually bought it for my husband, and there's a version of this for girls too that I'm planning on reading next, but he's been trying out some of these things and I'm just loving it. I'm having a great time. So definitely pick up this book. It's a very quick read and comes in very quick on Amazon. How's Your Soul by Judah Smith. We just started reading this as kind of a New Year's resolution to take care of our souls, our spiritual lives, and I think especially in a relationship, it's so important that your soul is right with God, that you have your prayer time, that you have your devotional time. Because if your soul is well, if you're good with God, you're full of joy, you can be there for your spouse, and you can be a whole person. And you can offer that to your spouse, that whole person, that's full of joy. So I'm actually I've only read the first chapter, and he talks about why it's so important to have, to take care of our souls and to have a place where you come home. And I love how in the first chapter he talks about when you're traveling, you eventually get homesick and you want to come home and have that place where you can relax and be yourself and be happy. And he applies that to being at home with your soul as well and with God. So I'm super excited to read this book. And this book I'm reading out loud to him. So I kind of love that we could do that together. Definitely recommend this book. We should all be taking care of our souls so that we could be happier people full of joy.